So today I watched Sebastian Telfair on the Breakfast Club. It actually aired yesterday. He came on the Breakfast Club and he was talking about his career and his troubles in his career and his highs and lows and how his career didn't pan out how everyone thought it would, following him leaving Lincoln High School in Brooklyn, New York, and going straight to the NBA with the Portland Trailblazers. And I want to talk about the cultural impact that, although a lot of mistakes that he made, trying to bring everybody in the hood with him, trying to still be present in the hood and show everybody that he can do it, at the same time still trying to be out on the scene too much, I still want to express how much, like watching that film Through the Fire, that documentary, that did so much for a lot of kids that I grew up with in Chicago, Illinois. I can imagine how people in New York City felt. At the time, I was probably like sixth grade when that movie came out. It aired on ESPN, and my eyes were glued to the TV the entire time. When I say I watched that kid play and he played with a grace, with a bravado, with a crossover, and like he played with such grace and so much confidence. And to see him make that jump as a 6-foot guard from high school to the league and went lottery, 13 overall, that was inspiring to so many kids living in the projects. So many kids living in the hood recognize that if you got a dream, you got to go out here and work at it day and night. You got to make it your life, and you got to keep attacking that goal vigorously. Like, I'm watching him running up the project steps every single day with his brother, running up the beaches in the deep sand, trying to train and get better and get better. He watched his brother try and fail, and he used that as motivation to say, I'm going to get my talents to the next level. I'm going to be the one to get my family out of this bad situation living in the projects, and I'm going to make something happen for my family. And I think when we saw that movie, it inspired a lot of young men. And listen, I wasn't even that great at basketball, but my best friend, Kiefer Sykes, who's now playing overseas in Italy right now, had a tremendous college career, great high school career, and now having a fantastic pro career overseas. That movie was like the basketball Bible for him. We watched that day and night before we went to go hoop, after we went to go hoop, because it just showed that if you put everything on the line and you attack your goal, you can get wherever you want to get. And it was just something to show that young black males that if we give our all to a game, we could change the rest of our life. I'm watching Derek Jeter. I'm watching Jay-Z. I'm watching Ahmad Rashad. I'm watching Steve Stout coming to his games like he was a celebrity at 17. And he had all this fanfare garnered. It was like he was just a magnetic force that everybody had to keep their eye on. And I'm watching and I'm seeing how he was conducting himself in an interview so professionally. Like, he talked about how he didn't have any tattoos to keep up a positive image because his brothers told him, listen, this is your business. You want to be a great basketball player? You want to have a great brand? You got to stay clean cut like this. Although he didn't stick to that image and was carrying guns and stuff like that and got into some, trying to live too fast. I just want to express, I don't know, he may watch this video. I want to let him know how much that video meant to me as a young man in Chicago, Illinois, that loved playing basketball at the parks. Even though I wasn't that good, I wasn't a great basketball player, I was all right, I was decent. It just showed me that if you want to get somewhere in life, you got to stick to it. You got to give it 130%. You've seen people fail before you. Just because you've seen someone else fail does not mean you can't do it. Don't let anybody else pass on their transgressions or what they think you can't do it. You 6 foot. People saying you got a spotty jump shot. You can't do it. Ain't nobody going to draft you. You got to follow your heart and follow your best decision. People criticizing his decision to not go to college and go straight to the league when he knew he had the family to feed. He had to get his family and his loved ones away from all the violence that was happening around him. So when I saw that, man, I don't know, man. It just sent chills through my body, man. All that whole documentary, I saw Adidas give him a crazy deal. Strictly off of the fact that he was a great basketball player and a lot of people looked up to him. He had so many young black kids looking up to him and saying, I want to be that. I want to be that guy that's great at basketball, that got the great smile, the great charisma, and the guy that could have confidence out of this world. I saw a confident player when I saw him. Like, he knew he was good, and he used his confidence along with his brother's failures as fuel to his fire. Now, he had Stephon Marbury as his cousin to kind of help guide the ropes, but he was still in the projects and stuff was his cousin. So me living in the projects, even though I got a cousin in the NBA, I'm still in here. And I don't know what Coney Island projects are like, But I knew what the Robert Taylors was like in Chicago, smelling like piss, going up and down the stairs. You were looking like, nah, man, I got to change this scenario. I got to change this for my family. We got to get better. And I saw him do it. Like, I watched the documentary and I'm like, man. Then he showed his little brother hooping at the end. And it's like, that was key for me to, like, you got to instill that knowledge and that drive into your siblings, your children, so they can have that same desire to not get lazy, not get content, and keep riding full force. Just because you got somebody in the league that's your family, a brother or sister, that don't mean you stop trying. That don't mean you stop attacking whatever it is that you want to do. Whatever it is. And like that movie, when I saw, I got it on DVD right now, downstairs in the room. I got it in a DVD I got it in the room right now on DVD, man. Man, that movie meant so much to me as a young man. Like, I was like, man, when I saw it on ESPN, I was mad it wasn't out for me to buy. So when I saw it, I got it the first chance I get. I watched it all the time. So many of them scenes mean so much. Like when his older brother was telling the other boys on the team, they gotta play hard, they gotta strive hard to get a scholarship to college, because they brothers and sisters never went. They mothers or fathers or grandparents never went. They was going to be the first in their family to go to college off a basketball scholarship if they just applied themselves, dedicated themselves to their sports and in the classroom. They could change their whole life. And even though Bassie didn't have a all-star career, he was never an all-star, was never a star player, always a role player off the bench, he still won the game of life to me because he earned millions of dollars. He was able to move his family into nice neighborhoods, his kids, his wife. He was able to live good because of that desire and that passion that he had. No, he wasn't a star, but he changed his whole life. He was able to show his community something different, to show a young black man can go and chase his dreams and make something of himself and help restore the community. He talked about how after Hurricane Sandy, he came and restored the basketball courts for the kids to play on, helped rebuild the projects and, make it somewhere much more nicer for them, renovated and things like that. So, like, to see that, man, like, he came back to the neighborhood all the time. I felt that. He talked about how he couldn't stay in China all the time because, now some people might say it's BS or not, but in an interview with the Breakfast Club, he talked about how he could have stayed and immersed himself completely in Chinese culture, like Steph did. But he said he wanted to come and affect people that look like him, people that grew up like him, to try to change their life and have a better impact on their life, to show them that they can do whatever they set their mind out to. They can do it too. If he was a young boy from Coney Island with a vision and a plan and a drive and determination and resiliency at the end of the day, because he was 6 feet, 160 pounds and went straight to the league out of high school. That was never before done. That was never seen before. People that went to the league was 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", big men with high jumping ability, leaping out of this world like LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Tracy McGrady, 6'7". Guys like Kobe Bryant, 6'6". Kevin Garnett, 6'10", 6'11". A 6-foot guard to do that that was tremendous, man. That was outstanding. So I want to just let him know, and anybody else that loved that documentary, like, that documentary meant the world to me. It forced me to strive better in school, because I knew I wasn't the most athletic. I knew athletically I wasn't going to get the scholarships that other guys got. I knew I wasn't. But I applied myself in the classroom, ended up giving me a full ride to Mississippi Valley State University, the greatest school in the world, at HBCU, and it'll be in Mississippi. Had the time of my life and was able to get a degree and learn and grow in life so much. You know what I'm saying? I learned about different cultures, learned about how different people came from different backgrounds, met different people from out of the country, from Nigeria, from London, from Canada, met somebody from Thailand, all these different places in college. So expanding my horizons led me to go to graduate school and get a master's degree and just become educated to where I'm aware of certain things and I'm well versed in my field of study. You know what I mean? And can't nobody play me or take that away from me ever. That movie right there inspired me to say, listen, you keep dedicating yourself to what you're good at, you can change your whole life. And I'm still striving for that path right now. So Thank you to Sebastian Telfair. Thank you to Jonathan Hawk, who produced that movie. And just grateful for that film, man. If y'all haven't seen that film, check out Sebastian Telfair Through the Fire documentary. Y'all gonna love it, I promise.